Hello everybody. I have got a very quick video to do here. This is I got a question as from one of the commenters on a video about the Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, and they were specifically asking which emulator I was using. So I use the PPSSPP emulator. It looks like here this one shows version 1.3, but it's weird here. Down at the bottom it says new version of PPSSPP is available 1.12.0. Don't really understand. I would have assumed 1.3 was a higher version, but anyways. So they were asking about the specific settings that I use. So I'm just going to go in here. So this is the graphic settings. Backend is OpenGL, mode, buffered rendering, simulate block transfer effects. That's checked. Frame skipping is off. Auto frame skip is unchecked. Prevent FPS from exceeding 60. I have that checked. That looks like that must be capping FPS at 60 then. Alternative speed here is unlimited. Post-processing shader is off. The full screen is checked because I play full screen. I don't know about this display editor. Rendering resolution here is on auto. VSync is turned off. Some of these, I do know that I messed with some of these settings just a little bit, and I could have swore VSync was one of them. But anyways, all right, so MIP mapping is checked. Hardware transform is also checked. Software skinning is checked. Vertex cache looks like that's checked as well. And then lazy texture caching, retain, these three options are all turned off. Spline Bezier curves quality is at high. Upscale level is auto. The type is BRZ. Debosterize is not checked. Here's the anisotropic filtering. Good lord. Texture filtering is auto. Screen scaling filter is on linear. Here's the for the hacks. I generally don't do any of this stuff. So most of these are unchecked, other than the texture coordinated speed hack. And then lower resolution for effects is off. My counter is none. There's no, I don't have the debug statistics checked. That's generally, I think that's the most important stuff. The audio, I don't know. None of this stuff is, you're probably not going to have issues with your game that's caused by the audio, but those are my settings anyways. Controls, I don't think I messed with any of this stuff whatsoever. So you can take a look here if you want to, but none of this stuff has been messed with. Same with networking. None of this stuff is important. Tools. This is just your save data manager and that stuff. So nothing. You don't really need to worry about this stuff either. System here. So I've got. Let's see here. Fast memory is checked. I/O on thread is checked. This is. I'm sorry. I skipped over the multi-thread. I don't have that checked. Force real clock sync, that's unchecked. Change emulated PSP's CPU clock, that's on auto. Rewind snapshot frequency is off. Memory stick inserted, that's checked. Most of this stuff probably isn't going to really matter that much either. So save for new versions, or check for new versions, I should say. Yeah, this is more, I don't know, this stuff is not super interesting. Enabled cheats is actually checked, so I've got, I think actually, especially for, Final Fantasy Tactics, I think I had a couple of cheats that I eventually used. I think it was an item, it was an item hack, because there's a lot of items that come from the multiplayer mode that they're just not available, or you're not able to, you're not going to be able to get them. So I hacked some of those in. And then PSP model is, this is just nuts. That's not really stuff that's Yeah, actually, none of the rest of this stuff is important. But all right, that is basically it. So here again, this is for Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. I love this version. I do want to point out one other thing though, and I'm going to add this to the description box of the video itself. There is a universal slowdown patch because the game performed so horribly. And so, again, I will include that in the description box of the video that I do for this. So, all right. Hopefully this answers any questions as to what emulator I was using and what my settings were. So, as always, thanks for checking this out, and hopefully this was helpful. All right, later.